Yeah, so what we learned yesterday was dot star. So regex is, oh, I gotta import RE. Regex equals RE dot compile. Wait, yeah. So a dot star, what does that find?
Anything and everything.
So regex dot search. Hello. So it finds the whole thing. What does star stand for? Star looks for what? Well, question mark is
0 or 1.
a plus sign is,
1 or more.
and a star is,
It's the same. 0. It's the same.
as,
Question mark.
you sure?
Well, it says matching 0 or more with the star. In the book. Oh, except it can be repeated as many times as you choose. So question mark, you have to specify. Like in the book, like question mark, if you have Batman and then you want maybe Batwoman, you would have to specify how many WOs in there, but star can find them all. Like if you have Bat WO, and you just did Bat, group it, question mark, it'll just find Batwoman, but star will find Bat WO. Yeah. It might.
Wait, question mark find that too?
It might be. But in the book it just says the star matches 0 or more. Right here. That's just the yeah, it looks like the same as you did a space with the question mark after.
No?
Nope, never mind.
Well, here we go. So this is a perfect example of when to use our Pythex. So we go, okay, so Batwoman, and we're gonna, this is our test string. No matches. Did I spell?
Try the star.
Oh, because there's no instance of just W0. So found all.
So that's weird because the book gave us, I'm trying to use the,
It'll find that specific instance of W0, but not followed by W0. It has to be split up, probably.
0 or 1.
Oh, 0 or 1 is that?
Is it?
It's more of whether or not the text is there. Or like, is it there? If it's not, then you leave it. If it is there, you add it. But it's not 0 or more.
So is question mark, it's either there or it's not there? 0 or 1.
hang on. I might have been telling you guys the wrong thing this whole time.
I think question marks like it's there or not, and stars.
Grouping with parentheses. Guys, I've been lying to you this whole time.
Question mark says if it's there or not.
Question mark is 0 or 1.
Or 1, okay.
Yep. Hang on.
You can't take those are the cheat sheets.
Cheat sheet.
Optional matching. Yes. So it's not an instance of is woman being repeating. It's is it there or not? Is woe there or not? As opposed to 0 or more. So that's been my part. That's my fault. I've been saying it's been 0 or more. That's an oversight on my part. So it's not 0 or more. It's yes or no, there or not. Whereas if you have a star, it will find that group as many times as it's there, repeating. Make sense? I'm sorry. For those of you watching, I'm sorry.
Comments are good.
I know, I'm gonna get lambasted. That's such a fun word, too. Lambasted. Alright, so I might actually just stick up here. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I can't really see. You need glasses. There, yeah, perfect. I do have it.
How's that?
That's good.
Or do you guys prefer it in here?
I feel like that's just more work.
This is more work. I mean, it is for me, but you guys are worth the work. So whatever you guys want. So let's try this for the day. So non-greedy and greedy. So we just learned dot star. Now what this will do is if we put a dot in there, bat whatever man. So we could do bat. Oh, here's my. Right, still there. Robin. Still works. Okay, so that dot star finds everything. So dot star again uses greedy mode. So that means whatever the longest thing in here that works, it'll find. So this obviously isn't that great of an example because it's squished between two things. But again, following the book, let's say our regex is bracket, dot star, question mark, bracket. Right? So we're looking for something encased in brackets, whatever that might be. That's what the book says too.
And that's non-greedy.
This is just the test string.
Okay.
So notice if we don't have this question mark, again, question mark forces it to be a non-greedy match. If we don't have that question mark, does to serve man match this regex? Obviously it does because it's being highlighted down here. Do you guys understand why this is being highlighted? Yes, no, maybe so. Matt, you following?
Is it being matched because of those brackets were in the original thing?
Well, yeah, this right here, this is encased in brackets, right?
Yeah.
We have our question mark, which gives us a non-greedy, meaning it's the shortest thing that matches. If we get rid of that, it matches everything.
Because it's still in brackets.
Because it's still in brackets here. If we got rid of this, then it goes back to just that first part.
Gotcha.
So again, greedy, non-greedy is a little confusing. You're probably thinking, when am I going to use that part? Well, that's a very good question. It really depends on what you're coding. So again, a lot of this is specifically this chapter. You can do all of these things, know where to find it. And do something like this to double check what you're doing. Because if you try to do a complicated regex by yourself without testing it, you will almost assuredly fail. So I would highly recommend testing everything in here before you do it in code. So for homework, you can do this, but for quizzes and tests, you can't use this website. At least, I don't know, I'm iffy on that. You will need, but you can use that cheat sheet that you guys should have finished. Matching new lines with the dot character. Now we're getting into stuff that we add into our regex. Oops. Now people are gonna know that I have Steam on my computer. So again, we're gonna do regex equals re.compile. So if we want our period, our dot, to match everything, because currently it matches everything except what, Micah? A dot matches what? A period everything but a return or a new line. We want our code to match that new line. All right, we want to find that. So what we're going to do, if you do dot star, and I'm going to Okay, so serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. So serve the public trust. So it found everything, did not find this new line, doesn't count, right? What we want to do, if we wanted to find everything, including this, what we have to do is outside of our regex, we add another parameter. So re.all. And then it finds everything, including the new lines. So, and in the Python regex tester, you just click .all. So if we were to do the same thing, if we copy that, and \n. What is going on here? It should not be matching those.
You already clicked .all.
Start over. .star. Let's copy this. I swear, if this doesn't work, this website's terrible. All right, whatever. It's terrible. But so when you're coding, you throw .all in there, and like we saw here, it matches this. The next thing, you review, which is what you guys already have. You guys have been working on case insensitive matching. So what if I want every instance of the letters ROBOCOP, Robocop, in any instance capitalized lowercase? Does anyone know how many different ways to write Robocop with different uppercase and lower cases?
A lot.
No, ROBOCOP. It's 2 to the 7th power, which is 128 ways. So if I wanted to get every single way of the word Robocop could be in text, I'd have to have 128 regexes.
Let's do it.
That's really lame, right? I'm double checking my math here before you people. I think it's 2 to the 7th, because 2 to the 8th is 256.
7, like, gives it 7 instances, 2
It's
per instance.
2 raised to the 7th, 128, yeah. There's 128 ways. I don't really want to write 128 regexes. Do you, Josh?
No, you can just do what it says in the book.
Yes, we can.
What does it say?
Ignore case.
So we're going to put Robocop,
Oh, so you do.
and then we just do re.ignore case. Now the thing about ignore case, that's a lot to type, so you can just put an I. So again, I'm going to jump over here. We're going to go
now .all's not working.
So as soon as we do that, we may be able to put, no. So ignore case, you can see it finds them all. Make sense? Now these are things you can put in your cheat sheet. So you can put re.ignore case and then comment ignores case will find all. Same thing with .all. The last one, why wouldn't you just put all these together? They switch stuff up. Well, I can see why they do that, actually. So we're going to jump over the last one. There's one more that it's called verbose. I don't know what that word means in a non-technical and non-Python meaning, but what this allows you to do is when you have complex regexes, you can put comments in your regex and they get ignored. It's pretty cool. I'm going to copy it and paste it. So with verbose, I can put, this is the area code. This is my separator. This is my first 3 digits, right? So that I can break down what my regex is looking for. Because if I don't have verbose, and if I don't do it that way, this is my regex. That looks like someone just headbutted their keyboard 15 times. Right?
I can understand it.
So what they did is they made this verbose function, verbose parameter, that allows you to separate, and it doesn't look for hashtag area code. You do need to have, I'm pretty sure you need to have this. I'm pretty sure you need to have that. Also, you need to have triple quotes, which are multi-line quotes. So anytime you're going to have, like when I copy and paste stuff from Wikipedia, text is, and if I go to Wikipedia, we're gonna go with a random article, English. Where's the random article? So we're gonna learn about Edward Mujica. My music. Oh wow, my music was playing in my headphones. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Because if I don't have those 1, 2, 3, what happens? Well, it's not a multi-line text anymore. Yeah. So I do that. And then what it does is when it prints it, it puts those \n's in there for you. So then you could split that up. You could do test.split with \n. And now I have 50 different. Oh. Now I have every. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but you can. Every time you hit enter, it's printing that line. The line after which you hit enter. Anyway, we're getting way off topic here. Automate. So this is the fun one. Again, a lot of this stuff is that you can do this, but you could always have something to go back and research, right? On quizzes, tests, homework, you can use the review regex sheet. So I don't want you guys to think like you're going too fast, you're not covering all of this. Yes, but there's also like until you mess with it, until you try it, until you look it up, you won't really memorize it. So that's what once we're done going through all these regexes, you're gonna have a few assignments in which you have to use a bunch of different things to try to hammer it in here. I don't know whatever. Okay. Names, regex. This one's actually really cool. I like this one a lot. So pay attention. Let's say we are in charge of redacting classified files. We are going through and commenting out. We're getting rid of names and places and dates. That's our job for today. We have 10,000 documents to do this on, and each one is 40 pages. So 10,000 times 40 is 400,000? Yeah, 400,000 pages. You don't really want to do that in Word and go, where's agent? And delete it or whatever, right? That's really lame. So what we're going to do is we need to find agent followed by anything plus. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. That is our name's regex. Now, dot sub. Not search, not find all, dot sub. What we're doing is we're substituting what we find for something else. So what we do, we put our text that we want to be substituted, and then we type the text that we want to search. Wow. Oh, wait, hang on. I copied the wrong one. I'm going to copy that, but
Okay. What? Should work.
it should, but
We just get censor, 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 censor.
great. What'd I do wrong?
Agent space / W plus.
That's supposed to be, hang on, I can't read. Oh, there is supposed to be a space in there.
That's really not good enough. Kowinski.
There we go.
So what's this subbing in for?
So subbing is, so it found Agent Alice and it replaced Agent Alice with this. Because our regex is space W. Honest, I don't know why it doesn't count W. What does W stand for again? Who can tell me before I find it?
Word, or digit, or underscore.
Any letter, numeric, digit, or underscore. So it's not a space. So that's why. Good job, guys. Does this make sense to you guys? Again, it's confusing because you have to create the regex and then regex.sub, and then you have censored, and then you have the text. Micah. Oh, okay. Now the next one is pretty cool. No, you can just start talking, and I'm like, whatever. So, this next part, you can have groups inside of the substitution, which is a little weird. So what we're going to do is, I screwed something up, hang on. Yeah, censor told censor that censored knew censored was a double agent. That's crazy. So now we're gonna go agent names regex equals re.compile agent bracket or whatever that is. What? Oh, you're right. Man, this book right here. Oh, I do need to get candy. Sorry, dudes. I don't have it right now. Okay, so this is my... Whoa. There needs to be that. Dude. All right. Everyone have this? Ness, yo, maybe so.
So is that finding agent, then finding the first letter, and then after that saying
Find everything else.
after that first letter?
Yeah, because so this is a group, right? So we're gonna keep, hang on. So then we're gonna go agent names regex dot sub. So in here, \1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that signifying first group or no?
That is, hang on, let's get this all typed
Why
up.
is there an R?
That's just a raw string. So \1 actually means something, not, yeah.
First.
And then I'm going to copy this. Okay, so what this is doing is it's saying we are going to find agent space WW. Agent space letter. Agent space word letter number, right? What it's also doing is that it's saying this first letter, whatever it is its own group. Okay? Tracking with me? So then what it does is it says, hey, listen, this \1, we are going to put that, whatever is in here.
So
We're going to put that, so whatever is this in agent whatever, so agent Zach would be agent space Z, that goes right here. So we could do \W, oh, I can't do that. \W, and now I get two of them.
So we're not. So when we're doing that and place the \1 in there, we're basically saying don't sub after the first thing, the first letter. If we have just a \W, so it's like sub in after that.
Yes.
And that's only targeting group, or can we actually have something outside the group that we target as well, or no?
Then we have a space. And then in this first one, okay, you guys see what's going on here? The green is the regex, black is the text. Oh, hang on. Screwed up the regex and the text and the substitution. And then \. Okay, so agent is agent, right? Space is space. And then what I'm doing is \W represents what in Zach? The ZA, okay? \W star is the rest of the name. So this could be Zachary. And all of this is still under this \W star. Until whatever space is here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys just understand this regex?
Yeah.
Any questions on why the regex is like this, or what it matches, or why it matches what it does match? Everyone good? Nick, you good? Okay. So what it's then doing is it's saying we have one group in our regex, which is right here, right? So what we're doing is we are going to, what we're going to do is we are going to replace all of this regex. I'm going to use a different color. So all of this is going to become star, except that we have this \1. And what it's doing is it's taking this group, because this is the only group, and it's saying whatever this is, that's going to go right here. Does that make sense? I don't know if the people at home can see, but now you can. Any questions on that? So the substitution is pretty awesome because you can find any phone number and replace it with stars. You can find any email, replace it with stars. You can find any name. So if I had a confidential student document and I didn't want last names to be found or any names, right? I want to replace every name with student and every teacher name with teacher, every every faculty member with this, or every parent, Mr. Stolter, it gets redacted to teacher or parent or whatever. You can do this, but if you want to show one letter or Mr. S or Micah J, right? You don't want the last names out there for whatever reason. You can do something like this. Does this make sense to you guys? Do you guys understand this? Okay. So there will be specific on the quiz, 100%. There'll be substitutions. So if you don't get it, you need to either talk to me or study the book. Nick.
So could you use this for like if you're having an essay and you want to replace every time you said because and then replace it with like due to the fact?
You can, but you wouldn't necessarily want to use this because in Word there's a find and replace. If you instead of Control F, if you hit Control H, it will find every instance of because and replace it with whatever. But you could have 4 different words that all mean because, and you could have it randomly. I'm sure you could have it randomly. Ooh, that might actually be a good dot choice. You could have it randomly pick between 4 different ones or whatever. That might be a fun little practice I'll have you guys do. So we have 4 minutes.
Don't we have 2 minutes?
Yeah, because it's.
I don't know.
5.
So the last thing, we already kind of went over it, is this verbose. But again, I'm going to copy and paste this. So this right here, this is a phone number with or without an address, with or without an extension, all this stuff. This is the regex for that. It's very complicated, right? If I said you have a mistake in there, you'd be like, I have no idea where. Because if all I did was something like that, everything's broken. And now I don't know where it's wrong. So this verbose, what? Yeah, I don't know what that means. This verbose allows you to say, okay, this is my area code. Is it easy to check this? It's a lot easier to check this than it is to find the error, find what's missing in here. So this verbose is extremely useful. And you can also combine this with re.I and re.dot. Oh, I screwed that up. So, I'm going to assign you guys some regexes. Sorry. Listen, it's going to be due tomorrow at the end of class. There will be time in class for you guys to work on this because obviously this is confusing and difficult and annoying. So, don't freak out. It's not due tonight. It'll be due after class on Wednesday, and you guys will have you have time to work on it tomorrow.
By end of the day, because I have to study hall.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
20.